Okay, so it looks like I got my live stream got interrupted. Anyway, it looks like Derek Jackson, the same online guy, has been busted cheating again. And so they're saying that, I've seen he's now announcing his divorce. Why do I believe he's only announcing his divorce? To get ahead of even more cheating rumors. Now, if you have been paying attention, I think like about a month ago, his wife issued all these word curses, non-biblical, by the way, against all who she felt like was coming against her marriage. I have this to say about that. So for me, supernatural warfare can take so many different turns. It kind of bothers me when people call something supernatural warfare. And let me say this, cheating can be supernatural warfare. Much as I hate to say it, cheating can be supernatural warfare. The two people who are responsible for most of the warfare in marriage, if more people who are legally married would remember that, number one, that they're legally married. I get so sick and tired of married men. One of the banes of my existence is married men who think that they are entitled to cheat. People need to recognize that people are individuals. So just because you've had success with all kind of women out here, because unfortunately, and one of the reasons you have success is because many women don't have standards. Because they're not, I'm talking about all colors. Many women don't have standards and they take all comers. Because many women are taught that they're nothing without a man. Thank you, patriarchy. But that ugly baby. So many women, and I'm saying wives and side pieces. And by the way, I'm not a prostitute, apostolic church. So many men are so used to women that really don't have any standards that they think that, oh, this little lame line here. I was following this one blogger and he was saying lines that work. And he posted the lines that work. And I finally answered, I said, do you think that these lines really worked? Or do you think that they just looked at you and thought you were fine and wanted to sleep with you anyway? And so you could have said, boo, Bucky Beaver, and you would have. And I remember telling Pat, my bedroom, you don't get it. And it doesn't matter how many other women, to me, when other women have to co-sign for you, it's because you have bad credit. And so I've been looking at the whole TJ Home, whatever his name is, and his little white co-conspirator, okay, on Good Morning on GA3, separated when they started seeing each other. Okay. They weren't separated. Okay. Well, technically, they weren't separated. Okay. They weren't separated when this whole thing started. Now, agreeing to separate because, what I call company line. Would disagree with this situation. So now one YouTube vlogger talk about TJ for black. Okay. So what does it mean? it means that he got to a certain state. It means that, like OJ and different other people that we have seen come under accusation for some serious crimes, he got to a particular level, was eating at all the right banquets, was being invited to all the right parties, was being invited to hang out with all of the right, and by right, I can say white, places, and forgot that when it comes to being accused of stuff, oftentimes as a black person, you are guilty before you're innocent, or guilty until proven innocent. Okay? That's number one. Do I feel sorry for him? No. I don't feel sorry for him because I'm kind of one of the people who believes if you are trying to be successful, many, especially many black people, they say don't crap where you eat, which means don't get your honey the same place you get your money. Okay? Don't fuck the people you work with. Don't have sex with your coworkers. Don't get involved with people. Now, as far as I know, they're saying that ABC doesn't have a no fraternization policy. What that means is companies who have a no frat policy, I'll say no frat because my pronunciation basically means they frown on. They can't stop you from dating your coworkers, but they can frown on it. Okay. And the reason that they do is because men do not know how to handle rejection. Okay? We just gonna keep that real, which is why sexual harassment is a thing. Because it isn't because women sleep their way into positions and use men. Power. Men use power. Men use power. Men abuse power. Men utilize power and powerful positions to coerce women into sleeping with them. And so when you don't want to play ball, then that translates into sexual harassment, because very seldom do they want to move on to someone else like most normal, well-adjusted, healthy people would do. They will turn around and decide to coerce. So right now, from what they're saying, TJ is being investigated to make sure, because more women have come out and said they had a relationship with him. Okay, number one. Number two, to make sure that none of their policies about dating people that you work with have been broken. In other words, to make sure that none of these people that he dealt with were of lesser power. So that's what's been going on. If you are following Cher on social media anywhere, please show her some love. She lost her mother, Georgia Holt, over the weekend. Miss Holt was in her 90s. She looked good. That woman, I'm like, is there somebody black in the family somewhere? Because Miss Holt looked good for a long time. Okay, they got some good genes. Cher herself is like 70 something. Okay, yeah. So she was, she looked, her mother looked good a long time. So if you are following Cher or her sister Georgianne or anybody else like Chastity, like Chaz, anywhere on social media, show them some love. If you rocked with her mother, because her mother wasn't in the spotlight as much as she was. And so if you rocked with her mother at all, let them know what, the mother meant to you and what her mother meant to you and everything like that. Quite a few people celebrated birthdays over the weekend. I'll talk about that later when I have a little bit more time to research. There's also Derek Jackson. I was going to talk about that earlier. So from what I'm seeing on the vlogs, Derek Jackson, who was already busted a couple of years back for cheating on his wife, I think Tasha K kind of interviewed a couple of the side pieces, has been caught cheating again. And I guess now he's announcing his divorce. I think that the reason he is announcing the divorce is to get ahead of any more cheating rumors. Okay? Because his divorce announcement, and I'm saying this in quotes, didn't come forward until after Tasha K and a couple other bloggers busted him spending time with a young lady that was not his wife and looking quite intimate. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to down anybody who chooses to follow one of these male relationship experts or whatever, but do your homework and pay attention to what's being said. Like, everybody ain't kosher. Now, with Derek Jackson is unique in that he seems to bring out the dusties. Whenever he gets in trouble, the guys who don't really have that really don't have good motives, especially toward black women, seem to really come out of the closet whenever he gets busted. Oh, y'all think he's so all that. No, he supports us getting out of relationships that are bad relationships. It doesn't give really what I would call bad advice. A lot of people have accused him of saying what women want to hear. I don't see that either. The reason that they have a problem with him and with Steve Harvey is because they broke up. They are exposing the behaviors. They're exposing when men play on your sympathies and don't do right by you. They're upset because the stuff that they used to utilize and get away with, that allowed them to stay around and stay in women's lives and continue to keep getting away with a whole lot of garbage, now isn't working. I think that they say that he says what black women want to hear because he gave black women hope at one point. Like I said, there were lots of times I agreed with what he was saying. There's lots of times I didn't agree with what was being said. At the age of 56, which I don't have a problem giving you my age, I know that there, a bit of old antiquated advice is that if a woman will tell her age, she will tell anything. Well, I'm not on the internet ministry to hide nothing from you. So yeah, I'll tell you my age. I don't have a problem with it. But like I said, I think the reason why so many black and white, but mainly black, number one, because he's black. So his target audience is black women. Even though I saw a whole lot of white women following him as well. I tend to take the meat and kick out the bones. So the times that he was right, and I agreed that he was right, they expose things they expose the game that men on women to keep women in relationships. Number one, knowing that they really don't want the relationship that you want. Okay, and that seems to be a thing. They know they don't want the relationship that you really want, but they still trying to hang around and use you anyway. Because like I have said, the overwhelming majority of survival sex being practiced in the black community is being done by black men, not black women. The no good boyfriend that your aunt or your cousin or somebody has that can't seem to lift his ass up off the couch and go get a job, that is survival sex. Okay, the guy who won't work and won't contribute. Or maybe he works but he's not contributing another way. Okay, or maybe he's abusive. Either way, I don't think that they don't hate the male advice bloggers for the reasons that a lot of women think that they hate them. Well, they hate them because they're breaking bro code. They hate them because, so when they get somebody like a Derek Jackson that can't control their penis and gets into that type of trouble, they rejoice. Okay, they can't wait to get online with a bunch to say about that person because it was already exposed in their mess. Anyway, I'm almost at the grocery store. I just wanted to let those that are following me know that I haven't forgot about you and that I'm not disappearing into the night. Adam's Rib Media Ministry is still a thing, and we are still going strong despite the warfare that's coming against us. So I will talk to you guys later. I love you, and that is it. Because it's a ridiculous argument, and when people pick ridiculous arguments, it's meant to distract you.